Okay then. Hi, my name is Lena. I'm your yoga teacher for today, and in this next 30 to 40 minute practice, we will do what I call my feel good flow. It's a class that I teach quite often, every Saturday, in fact, here in Berlin in a yoga studio. And I just wanted to bring it onto YouTube like one of the kind. Of course, the class changes every week when I practice, but I put together a nice flow that is all about unleashing your inner child, maybe feeling a little bit ridiculous at some points, but mostly just about arriving in your bodies and having fun with the movements. So what do you say? You grab your mats, everything else you need, and we get going in a comfortable seat. Good. And I always like to sit on top of a block or something, so just on the very edge that I can actually drop my knees down and tilt from the hips a little bit. So I'm going to start today with one hand on the belly, the other one on the chest, and close the eyes to begin with. I invite you to find a couple of gentle rocks forwards and backwards until you find this space or this point where it just feels extra stable. Then rooting down here, wherever you're touching a block maybe or the mat, and sitting extra nice and tall. Can even roll the shoulders down just a tiny bit. And slowly deepen your breaths. Big inhales. Exhales. As you keep it going, you might be able to observe the slightest sound that your breath is making. And you can try to press your tongue to the upper palate in the mouth, to the hard palate right in front of the teeth, to create this little oceanic sound. Just embrace this for the next couple breaths. From here, 3 deep releasing breaths. Big inhales through the nose. Exhales through the mouth. 2 more. And just bring the second hand onto the heart space as well. And as we take the next deep breath in, we lengthen. On the exhale, engage the core. If you're familiar with bandhas or with your locks, feel free to just engage and lock everything from the waist down. On the exhale, and loosen, soften with the inhales. Three more. And slowly open up the eyes. Take out anything that you might be sitting on. And we'll change the cross of the legs. As always, we do have a favorite side, and it's time to challenge them both. Okay, we inhale, take the arms over the head. Exhale, hands down through heart center. And I invite you to really press the hands together whenever we're here, okay? Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. One more time, we lift. Exhale through heart space. Stay right there. Press, press, press. And turn it to one side. Keep the hands pressing together. You can lift the chin slightly. Start to feel this in your shoulders. And slowly come through center. Release one time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hands down again. And press, press, press. Take it to the other side. You can feel your arms working. We will slowly come back. Take the arms up all the way. And go for a full-on twist. Hand on the opposite knee, and we're just gazing behind. Finding some softness in the chest. And while the hand stays on the knee right there, the arm from the back is sweeping over the head for a little side bend. Being mindful not to fall forwards too much, but to open up a tiny bit instead. We inhale, lift. And exhale, big sweep back. To take it to center, reach the arms up and twist to the other side. Finding the length in the spine again. To then take the arm on the back, sweep it over the side, extra little side bend, opening up soft through the fingers. One more deep breath in. Exhale, draw the arm back. We will come all the way to center. Take the arms up one more time. Interlace the thumbs. And you're going to want to press or roll the shoulders back and down. Just taking it to one side. Back to center. And to the other one. One more time, each direction. And we'll go ahead, place our hands down in front of us. Maybe just even walk it a little bit more down so you can rest the head, the neck for a moment. Feel into the ground, supporting, but also slightly into your hips. And we'll walk the hands over to one side. Trying to keep the belly into the direction of the ground though. And change the sides. Walk it over to the other side. Ground both hands down. And then come through center. Roll up slowly. Roll the shoulders back and down. And go ahead, find a couple of circles for your wrists. Or literally anything else that you need. This could go from any stretch to one of my favorite ones, the chicken wing, where you take your thumbs, you kind of find this hook right there, so the front side of the hand kind of melts into the armpit, and like a chicken, just going to let gravity work for you, and it's this nice little stretch right there in the wrists. Just see if it's maybe comfortable to you or if you prefer any other stretch. Really up to you. And when you're ready, we'll come onto all fours. Position ourselves in a way that feels comfortable and nice. And we will return to those deep inhales where we soften the belly. Exhale, engage all the locks. Inhale, soften. Exhale, engage. One more time. Until we shake out the head, the shoulders as well, our hips. We tuck the toes under and make the way to a downward facing dog. This might be the first one of the day, this might be not, so you take any of those feel-good movements. Remember, this is a feel-good flow. So it's most important that you feel comfortable in your bodies today. And if this means at any point taking a sip of water, finding a couple of wrist, ankle stretches, you go ahead, find this. You can always pause the recording. So together, we will bend the knees, take the gaze forwards to the fingertips. Exhale, extend through the legs. Couple more. Bending the knees down, gazing forwards, edge of the mat, fingertips. Exhale, extend. Last time we inhale, gaze forwards, and slowly walk the feet in towards the hands to arrive in our forward fold. Where today it's just going to be about giving yourselves a little squeeze, a little hug. Not to the point where it gets uncomfortable, but to the point where you can feel, yep, it's the crown of the head, kind of pointing downwards direction. We will slowly roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Roll our shoulders back. Put the weight on the left foot. We'll cross the right behind and take a little side bend again. I'll just face you for this one. So that arm down below moves into the opposite direction, finding some length. Inhale, open. Exhale, come through center. Take the arms up, bend the knees. We fold it down forwards. Unravel the legs. You can already go ahead, switch. Cross the left leg behind. Then find the way to a stance. And go move it to the other side. Left arm now straight, the right arm shovels into this other direction. We slowly come to center, bend through the knees, back to our forward folds. And just find your hip distance stance again. We inhale, find a half lift, straight spine. Exhale, release it back down. One more time, half lift. To exhale, come down, plant the hands, stepping the right foot back. And we're in our sprinter position right now, where you can maybe hold onto your blocks or have the hands down. And what we do is tap the knee down and extend and push the heel back. Okay, 2 more times. Inhale, exhale, extend. And from there, drop the knee down. It's going into an easy twist. Right hand down, left arm up to the sky. And feel free to just roll the arm back. Find a soft touch at your sacrum. Maybe a little massage. And then slowly turn to the front. Tuck the toes under. And we will plant the hands down. Step or jump to plank. And we flow through a vinyasa. And this really depends on how your body is feeling today. I'm a little sore myself, so I prefer to go through the knees, find a cobra. You can switch it up always and make it back to downward facing dog or your child's poses. Give it 3 deep breaths. Option to release through the mouth. And we will meet again in our forward folds, top of the mat, step, jump or float. Okay, forward fold right here. We inhale, half lift, straight spine. Exhale, release back down. One more time, half lift. So exhale, plant the hands down, stepping the left foot back. For your sprinters here on the other side. Okay, bending the knee down, inhale. Exhale, extend, pressing the heel back. 2 more. Bending, almost touching, but not quite. Extend. 2, bend. Extend. And to bring the knee down, always support your knee if needed, taking the right arm up to the sky. Maybe rolling the arm back, seeing if this gentle touch to the back feels good, you can still open through the shoulders. And then we turn back around, tuck the toes under, find the way to a plank, move through another vinyasa, if that feels good. Can be also more like chin, chest, and knees, chest, chin. To plank and flow through a vinyasa. Over your choice again. Squeezing the elbows in, rolling the shoulders back and down, and back to downward facing dog. And right here we take one leg up at a time. Feel free to bend the knee, really open through those hips there. It's not about the height or anything, just about just checking in with the hip space. Okay, we'll all have our right leg up. So me as well. Right leg up all the way. And we take the knee in forwards, hover in high plank. Exhale, press it back. Take the knee to the opposite elbow. Take this knee down, turn sideways for a gate pose. Lifting ourselves up, pushing the pelvis forwards. And exhale, turning back around, hovering high plank. Exhale, back all the way. Opening through the hip. To then take the knee in forwards. Step it through. Take the back foot down into an extended side angle. Beautiful. Maybe you can roll the arm back, find this nice little touch at the back. Maybe you even want to line the arm on the inside, pressing the leg and the arm together. We will slowly find our way to a warrior two. Lining the heels, bending through the front knee. And we will inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. To exhale, bend. Staying right there. The weight comes onto our front foot. We will push ourselves off. Find this grab of the knee. And this reminds you of before. You can also find the hands at prayer. Rotate to the side. Take the gaze back as well. Then we come all the way to the front. Take the arm, the knee up a little higher and close into a forward fold. We inhale, half lift, straight spine. Exhale, release it down. One last time, inhale, half lift. To exhale, plant the hands down, step, jump or float to plank. To move it through a vinyasa of your choice. And arrive here in the resting position of your choice for 3 deep breaths. Shaking out the head whenever you need to shake out. And then taking the left leg up all the way. Remember, we take the knee in forwards, hover in high plank. Exhale, press it back. All right, one more time, knee forwards. Exhale, press it back. And knee to the opposite elbow. Then bring the knee down, turn it sideways, gate pose. Pushing the pelvis forwards. Beautiful. And from there, taking it back to this plank with the knee hovering. Exhale, press it back. We are there, open hipped. And bring the knee in forwards. Step it through. And we'll plant the back heel down, back foot down, to come to our extended side angle. Nice. Your option of the arm, either aligning or just resting the elbow, and your choice of putting this little bit of pressure right there onto your lower back. Then from here we make the way to warrior two. Strong and straight lines. We inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Our last time. You know the drill. Bend. Weight onto the front foot. Whoop. Lifting the knee, taking the twist, the option. Bring the hands together. Twist, twist, twist even more. Gazing over the back shoulder. Then taking it all the way to the front. Big, big reach. To then close and find a forward fold. With your option to hug a little closer. To just see what it is that you need right here. You want to release the arms. Perfect. And from here, we'll just go ahead, step our right leg back again. Perfect. Coming to the sprinter, touching the knee down again, extending, knee down, extend. Your last time, knee down, to extend and reach it up for a high lunge. Beautiful. And this time, you keep the knee bent in the front, the back heel reaches down, and like we have the left knee bent, the right arm comes over the side, the other one can just be in your hip for this nice psoas stretch. Also keeping the balance, taking the arms up all the way, hands to heart center, and take it into warrior three. Beautiful. Allowing the arms to hang down, finding a little bit of a standing split from here. Then bending both knees. We sit it down, find this crossing position, and go ahead at a twist on either side. Inhale, exhale to center, and then just counter twist on the other side. Release the legs, take them to a boat, tapping one foot down, the other, for 3, for 2, for 1, and make the way through. Step or jump to plank, moving through vinyasa or coming straight to downward facing dog or to your child's poses. We'll wait for everyone with 3 extra deep breaths. Then meet back in downward facing dog. All right. Where we bend our knees, take the gaze forwards, step, jump, or float to the top of the mat again. All right, we inhale, half lift, straight spine right there. Exhale, release. One more time, half lift. And exhale, release, stepping the left foot back this time, back to the sprinter. We touch 3 times, almost, and extend. Touch, and extend. Keep the extension, lift yourselves up to a high lunge. Inhaling right there. Exhale, hands through heart center. Give it one more big reach up. And then to lean it forwards, warrior 3. Reaching the arms down, finding more of a standing split right there. You can also, bend this top knee, don't knock anything over. And then bend both knees, sit it down. So you find those twists again. Go to one side first, inhale. Exhale, deepen. Slowly come through center, just counter twist. And we will take our boat pose again. Your option to extend through the legs and keep them straight as you drop one down for 5, for 4, for 3, 2, 1, and find your way through. Your option for a vinyasa or to come straight to child's pose to find a little rest. Three more breaths. And then we will come onto all fours again. Really carefully, as we are quite warm. We inhale here. And exhale, walk the hands to the front. Melt the chest down. Either release the chin or the forehead down for your puppy poses. Option to have the toes tucked under. And you want to press the hands down into the mat to avoid the slouching. Finding more and more softness in your chest and your heart space. And then to slowly come all the way back to all fours, where we just sit back, sweep the legs around. I'm just going to have to adjust my mic. Wait a moment. As we are about to make ourselves really, really small, you can hold on to the backs of your thighs and find a couple of rocks forwards and backwards. And if you really feel like it, nothing stopping you from finding a couple of those boat lowers again. Now you just keep the rocks. Okay, until we come to lay back and down and place the legs down at hip distance. Going to go into our shoulder bridges, where you have the arms on either side. Push, push, push into the feet. Roll ourselves off the mat, vertebrae by vertebrae. Being mindful about the knee, and you have the option to clasp the hands together or certain fingers, and remember to leave a little bit of a gap in between the chest and the chin. Give it one more breath. Exhale, slowly release it down. And your choice, you can either go again, if this wasn't for you, find anything else, maybe a little twist from side to side. And if you feel called for it, but that only means if it's in your practice and you're feeling quite comfortable to practice outside of a studio, you can go ahead, find your wheel poses. Put the hands right next to the head. All right, peeling yourselves off. Again, being mindful about the knees, maybe stepping the legs inwards a little bit more. Play around with your gaze, finding this comfortable place for your head, for your neck. Giving it 3 deep breaths. To then slowly find the way down onto the back. And I suggest just going windshield wiper motion from side to side. Keep the feet at mat distance. Just sway them either side. And the last one we're going to do is just a little pelvic tilt. So you can find the legs at hip distance again. And it's just about tilting the pelvis upwards and downwards. And what this does is it gives yourself this really nice massage, feeling the lower spine down, more awareness of your spine as well. Keep the breathing. And find a little bit of stillness. Maybe find a couple of shakeouts for the hands. A little bit of a release for the legs as well. And we find anything that comes close to Shavasana for ourselves at this point. That's having the legs, no matter how they want to be, allowing the arms to fall to the side. And close our eyes just for those couple moments of deep breaths, of well-deserved relaxation, and your opportunity to bring the heart rate down a little bit. You want to be comfortable with your arms. Your palms may face the ceiling, maybe they don't. And your mouth is closed or just slightly open, so your cheeks are soft as well. And one of my favorite ways to keep the mind occupied right here, the body already has nothing it needs to take care of, but our minds, we can really feel into our breaths. Kind of imagine we're drawing in this beautiful, beautiful golden orange light from all the way around us. We take it deeply into our bodies through the nose and observe this little journey it takes throughout our whole body into each and every little muscle fiber. And with every exhale, we give a little bit back. It's still the same glowy texture, but with a little bit of our energy to it. So some say it's even more beautiful then. Filling up your body with this gorgeous sensation, with warmth, with the knowing that you did good and you do good. And you are here in this moment to enjoy. Time to slowly deepen the breaths. Maybe still keep this vision of this beautiful golden, orangey, glittering light. But now this light feels more like energy. We reclaim and take back into our bodies. To slowly move the fingers, move the toes. Waking our bodies up, maybe stretching the arms overhead. Maybe you want to bend the knees in, or even turn to your favorite side. Whatever you need to come back here into your physical bodies, onto your mats, wherever you're practicing. And we will come to a comfortable seat just to finish this one. The hands down on the knees, we will roll the shoulders back a couple times. Sit extra nice and tall. And then go ahead, bring our hands together in a prayer. And for the last little time, as hard as you can, press together. And then slowly release the hands down in your lap. We will take a deep inhale together. Exhale, release. Just slowly open up the eyes. Return back here, and I say thank you for practicing with me. Go ahead, leave some feedback if you like, and I hope to see you for the next flow, and there's a new one every Sunday, 9 a.m. Thank you so much.